Good morning. We are about to take the bikes for a little bit of a spin around the town. We've got a couple of parcels to get rid of, and I've got to do the farmers market's there, and I've got to just do my first review on this bike. So while we're doing that, we're going to have a little bit of an adventure, ride around the town, maybe up the canal, around the park, take you with us to show you where we are, and yeah, we're also going to knock off this review for this bike. This is an absolute monster of a bike. It's the Freeski Alaska Pro, and she's a dual battery bike. She's a right monster. Marta's on the S-Scoot, which is her normal regular bike. My regular one's tucked away in the garage, all locked up.
Upgraded.
So
with the new brake pads.
Oh yeah, she's got new brake pads as well, so she's quite excited to see if they work. But you've got to bed them in. So when we're riding, get up to speed, bed them in, bed them in, bed them in.
You need to bed the
You should always bed your brakes in, no matter what you do. But bed them in. They're brand new pads. They've not even done 1 mile yet, and not even done 10 feet. So bed them in.
Do we have enough money?
She's going to end up on her arse, you know she is, yeah. We haven't got enough money for new teeth, so bed your brakes in before you have to use them. Right, so we're heading off, going down into town first. We're going to take a little pootle into town, get to the post office and go and drop off these parcels, and then yeah, we're going to go for a little bit of a ride down the river, down the canal, and just show you what's around, really. Show you what's in our little town and what it's all about. Oh yeah. So we have a nice little swimming pool down here as well. So we live in a little town called Nantwich, and it's quite an oldie, worldy sort of town, and we've got a cool swimming pool over here on the right hand side. It's an open air swimming pool, and it's the only brine pool in the UK, I think it is, which is an open air one, which means you can go out in the elements and yeah, see the sunlight while you're swimming. So there's our open air swimming pool just here. Nice little everybody. Right, that's that bit done. Let's go and get to this post office. She's going in the post office. So this is our little town. Have a little look. This is our little high street, or one of the little high streets. Really nice little quiet little town. Quite enjoy living here. Right, post office is done. So we're just going to have a quick ride up through the town, through the farmers market, and we're going to come back a little bit later on. But yeah, we've just got to avoid people. Take a little trip up round through the town, down the river, and we'll just show you what we've got around here. It is a pretty little place. You can see we've got some really old buildings around as well. We've got some mega old buildings, like the one on beside me now, the old bookshop. She's a real old building. I will take you for a walk around here one day and show you some of the proper old buildings, because yeah, there is a lot of history and a lot of old stuff around. That's it looks quite cool when you're walking around the town or riding around the town. They just stand out in front of you. Old pubs, old buildings, and lots of black and white Victorian looking stuff. And I've probably lost Marta now, because she's not very good at cycling very slow. Right, we've got to make our way across the main road now. And we're going to head over into the park and down the river.
I'm hungry now.
Did you run into anybody? Right, so this is the middle. This is called this little island where the mill used to be. Mill Island. The mill used to be just back over that way, and the mill's been long gone, many moons away. But they still call it Mill Island, and they have the Battle of Nantwich there every year. Marta's not seen it yet, so January this year I'll take her and show her it. I've done a lot of photography there, so it's pretty cool. All the pikes and roundheads or whatever they are, battling away to try and win over the land. Right, we've just been down the little courtyard here, and I thought we could get out the bottom, but we can't. Bearing in mind I've lived here a long time, but I've never really gone down all these little back streets. So where's the road? The road I'm looking for is here, I think. Okay, we're now heading up this little road where Marta's just nearly rearing into me, but give her a due, the brakes worked. Right, so we're now heading down under the bridge, down towards the river, and we're going to cycle along the river then and have a little bit of a pit stop so I can talk about this bike and try not to hit the trees on the way through. We've got a few little bridges as well, these little tunnels and underpass, which are quite cool. A little bit of slip slidey on the brakes. So I'm actually recording this in full 360 as well as normal recording, because it's an actual bit of a test for me to start with, because I want to try and see how it works and if I can upload a full 360 video, which means you can scroll round squirrels, which means you can scroll round, and if you scroll round you can see the squirrel running around in the grass over there, and then you can scroll in front of me or you can scroll back and you can look all around as we're riding along, which is pretty cool. So hopefully it's working quite well, and you can jump over to that video and have a look, and I'll put a little link up for you so you can have a look at it. There goes Miss Marta. I say now, if you scroll around now on the 360, you should be able to see her riding past and riding off. Now she's got a lot lighter and more capable bike for certain things. This thing is a very capable bike, but not on the legal roads. I have to keep it in sensible mode, and I have to keep it in rideable mode, because if I don't, policemen will come and take it away from me, because it's got a very powerful mode which takes it into crazy off-road mode. So this is a very new bridge. This takes you over to the new estate. This bridge has only been open a little while, but it opens up a whole new different sections of road, which means we can ride around the estate, ride around different areas. So getting across the river at the bottom there is quite new, but it does, like I say, it opens up a different avenue for cycling. Going back down the road now, going back towards that new bridge, because I've lost Marta because she hasn't turned up behind me, so I don't actually know where she's gone. Oh, here comes Dora now, look. Where the bloody hell has she been?
Sorry,
Where have you been?
technical issue.
Back this way. Yeah, I don't know. Can't take her anywhere, can you? She had technical issues apparently. Nice technical issues. So, back across the bridge, all the way along the river. We'll go down across the river where we went before and cycle along the other side of the river where there's a nice weir as well. I'm going to take you down and show you that. So we've just come onto the little bridge, and I've now got to try and turn this big old bike around on this tiny little bridge. I don't know whether it wants to go round. It's going round. But yeah, it's very overgrown behind me down there, and we can't get through, and it's a very narrow little bridge. But it's also a very pretty little bridge when the sun catches it. And look at Miss Marta up in front doing her posing. Look, there she is, posing. The willow is pretty. It is a lovely little area, and a nice little canopy to sort of just drift under. Oh yes. Make our way back down past the other little bridge. We're going to go under the other little tunnel and then onto the road and down over the other side of the river. Again, if you're using the 360, you should be able to see us going under the trees. Oh, and the camera just about missed the branch. That was handy. Down underneath the underpath and then up the little slope the other side. Looking very dirty at the moment, but I'm sure it'll get cleaned up once all the leaves have gone. All right, back along the road onto the other side of the river, and we'll carry on where we met just a little while ago up there. We've got to pick our way through the traffic here. We've got traffic coming from both sides. We need to beat this one off the lights. It's on my right hand side, so we'll see what we can do here, see if we can get through. All right, we're away. Cheers mate, tap. Little shortcut down the back alley. I'm sure this joins, no it doesn't. Ah, I thought this joined round the back. But I don't think it does anymore. Okay, fair enough. I think there's a little alley down here. I might be go down this little alleyway, if I remember rightly. Just here. Oh, that's an interesting one for you, isn't it? Look how narrow this street is. Look how tight these houses were actually built together. Pretty amazing. Now, will my handlebars fit? That's the question. I don't think they will. I'm gonna have to. I don't think I can get my bike down this gap. The handlebars are too big. I can't fit. So I've got to go back. But you can see how narrow these streets are. Look how narrow these little buildings were. Okay if you're walking, but not if you're riding a bike. No, you're gonna have to back up. There's no way I can get my handlebars through there. That's the narrowest street. You can try, but it's the narrowest street that I've ever in Nantwich. It's not a street, is it?
I didn't know that.
I don't know what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna have to back up and go around the other way. She's gonna try though. Go on then.
Because I've been working hard.
Yeah, but you could probably carry yours through. There's no way I can get through there. She's got her handlebars through just about. She's gonna fit. Oh, she's stuck, but the bike's a lot lighter. I'll meet you around the other way. She hasn't got. She has. She's stuck as well now. Oh dear. That's a narrow little road, that, isn't it? A narrow little street. I don't think it's got a street name. I think it's just an alleyway. But it was worth a try, wasn't it? Right. Let's get. She's through. Let's get back. Let's get back round the path and I'll meet her around the other side. Oh, she's stopped. She wants to have a look at this. So I don't know if you can see her, but she's over there. She's on one of these horse things. Is your horse a bit too big to get on? Then you can see just behind the car over there, that she's actually, those steps have been there, well, forever really. It's what they used to use to get the horse and carts, stuff like that. Pretty cool, isn't it? You can see by the white buildings, that's Cheshire Cat, and that's been there a long, long time. There's probably a date, I think the date is 1667, I can see on the wall, which is pretty awesome. What? Oh. Right, we've got to go over and have a look. She's mithering me. What do you want? What do you want?
Right. Look how it is. So that means that they've been used and abused.
1667, this building. 1667. So you can see by these, you can see these steps.
Then I'll have my horse here, yeah?
Yeah.
And then I will walk in.
Yeah, you'd have your horse, you come walking up, climb up on top, jump on your horse.
Oh, that's the lady.
Oh, the lady would back onto her horse. Right. Okay. Yeah. Like I say, a lot of old buildings you can see either side of me. Let's get back on track. We are now heading back to that little bridge where we came across before when we came out of the town. And then we can head up the other side of the little river and show you up the river and take you up to the little lake, which I almost call a pond. It's not really a lake, it's more like a pond. And it used to have a fountain in it once upon a time, but because of the silt, it absolutely stunk. So they couldn't use it anymore. It made all the silt come up from the bottom and it smelt like, well, toilet. So we're just going up onto the top of this bridge now. And as we're up onto the top of the bridge, I'll slow down so we can show you the weir that's there. You can see the lovely big weir that's over the top. So if you scroll this camera around and look down, you can see the weir going on underneath us. And again, when this water floods, all of this area gets completely flooded. So quite a lot of water. Our little weir, and like I say, this area does get flooded when the tides, when the water levels come up and you get all the big heavy rain and stuff like that. You know, it gets quite a lot of water along there. Very popular dog walking area this, and another little bridge to go across. You go back and to across the river all the time, left and right. We've got the train bridge over there, so if you scroll around and look over to my right, you can see the train bridge that comes over the top. So this is our train bridge, and then our dodgy looking pathway. So again, on the 360, if you look down, you can actually see that there's a gap underneath, and we can ride across the open bit. But that's our train bridge there. And there's a train just gone past, but I missed it on camera. Very cool. And the 360 should give you that proper view of it all. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Again, if you're courteous, you know, and you say thank you to people, then people do stop and let you through. You do let you pass. You don't have to be a tearaway maniac to be running around trying to knock people off their feet. So wait for them and they wait for you. But this is our lovely little river walk, so very nice. And again, in the summertime, when you get the evening light down on the side there and you get the nice sunsets going down over there, it's an extremely pretty little place. Just coming up on our little lake now. You can just see it appearing there. And it is more like a pond than a lake. But again, it's right nice when the weather's out and you get ice creams and come down and have your fish and chips and stuff. You can't on that one. This is the end of our little kind of river walk with our little wooden bridge and our muddy, boggy little stream that goes underneath. And on the other side of the main road then we've got another river which we could have a quick nose at. But I'm not intending on going down that way if I can help it. We've got the main road here, but we'll have a quick look. We'll just show you the other side of the river. Nantwich Riverside Coedwen Community. Got all these apples on the floor as well. Lots of little crab apples. So this path is not a maintained path, so this one's going to get probably a little bit narrower and dodgier. We just got to make sure we don't slip into the river down this one, because it gets right close to the edge. And again, if you're on the 360, you can see, if you scroll around, you can see how close to the edge it gets in places. So we'll go down the end here a little bit, and then we'll have a 5 minutes to talk about this lovely little bottle. Oh, that's a dodgy one. You don't want to be slipping down there where the bank's gone away. Ah! Oh. Stinging nettles. Nice. Stinging nettles on the feet. That's what we really like. Ah! This is getting rather narrow now. We don't want to end up in the river. We're going. This is one of those bits of the banks that changes quite a lot because of its nature of the river wearing the banks away. See, I don't know what's round the corner until I get there, because, like I say, it does wear away a little bit. Makes it more of an adventure, doesn't it, when you don't actually know what you're riding into. And then we got to the back of the houses now. This is as far as we can go. Oh, lots of stinging nettles. Oh, stinging nettles, stinging nettles. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I've got shorts on. At 360, you could probably see my legs getting stung. I'm gonna make sure Dora's still behind me. You still behind me? Jolly good. So again, this bike's a very capable little bike for being off-road, with big fat 4-inch tyres on it. But yeah, that was a nice little trail around there by the side of the river. Right, let's get back to the main road. And we're back out. Back across to the river. Back across. So we're back on our safe pathway again now, back on the side of the river. Back on the side of the little lake, the pond, whatever you want to call it. With all the nice little benches and things to sit on. And our, oh, sorry, dog walkers. Just avoiding them. Ducks and geese. Plenty of ducks and geese. Oh, and a young swan. See our young swan just sitting there. Don't know where Mum and Dad is. That's cool, just talking to two ladies that are just walking off there. They were saying that Mum and Dad's over in the river. We must have cycled past them, but Mum and Dad's in the river. And this year's, is it brood? Flock?
Of 7.
Yeah, flock. But they had 7. And this is the one that's in front of us now, this one down here. That's just one of them. The other 5, or the other 6, are still over in the river over there with Mum and Dad. And Dad apparently has got arthritis. And he comes back every year. But he's got arthritis in his leg, which the vet are looking after, apparently giving him some injections, which is pretty cool. And it's nice to talk to people locally that have that sort of information, because you wouldn't know that. That's not stuff that's written down anywhere for you to find out. So that's quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's community gossip.
Gossip, yeah. It's definitely about gossip, isn't it?
Gossip about the neighbour, but we're going to gossip about the...
Gossip about the swans. And I was also saying a couple of years ago, the swans, the dogs got to the cygnets. Yeah, the little ones. The dogs got to them and killed them, which is a real shame. But yeah, 7 this year. That's not bad going.
I've got 1 for free.
Right, Miss Marta wants a coffee. She's desperate for coffee. It doesn't take her long before she has that coffee intake wanting. So we're going to go down along the side of this little pond now, under the other little bridge, up over the train tracks, because we can actually get over the tracks. We've got a level crossing that we can cycle across, and then we can be back into the town where she can get her Costa, because she needs her Costa. Make our way across this field, down the little footpath, and across the level crossing. We used to have a little level crossing house, a little hut, little signal station, and it got moved and it's put over into Crewe, which is our sister town. It was such a shame, but I actually filmed it at, I think it was 2 o'clock in the morning, or videoed it, took photographs of it rather. It was all in the paper when they shifted it. Never mind, shame it had to go, because it was a nice little, a little bit of history that used to sit there. Now it's in the railway station in Crewe, the museum type of thing. And across the level crossing. And as you go to the level crossing, if you are watching, just scroll down and you can see the tracks as you go past it. Yeah? Where what? Or tax? Alright, across the canal. So if you look up in front now, you can see us going across, not the canal, the level crossing. Where the old chuffs come along. And there's Nantwich train station over there on the right hand side. So within the 360 you should be able to spin around and have a right good look at it and see everything around. Pretty much everything that I can see, you can see. Let's get back on the road, cross through into the town and go and get this lady her coffee. Right, we are back in our town now, on the top end. In narrow streets, not as narrow as the other ones, but quite narrow. And if you look around on the 360, you can look at all the different buildings as you go through. There's some very different shaped buildings. So hopefully the 360 is working, because it's a really good way of showing you everything without having to point the camera at different things. You can see the building now coming up on my right hand side. Very old looking thing, really, really cool. And the black and white ones again down up in front. We're going into the town again now, so I'm going to be very careful of people and make sure I don't run anybody over. Right, she's gone into Costa. She needs a Costa coffee. As you can see, Costa's just here. So we pulled up in the town, so she doesn't function properly unless she has her coffee. But this is the farmers market that's going on at the moment as well. We've got all the stalls set up.
What are you filming?
He's just been talking to a young lad on the cake stand just over there. He come over and asked me, he said, what am I doing, what am I videoing? And I just basically said, I'm just taking him around the town and having a look. So I'll pass on one of my cards in a minute. If you do ever watch this, drop us a comment below, let's say hello. Well, Chatwin's coconut latte is right there, it's the Costa coffee. Just there, and she's gone in there to get ourselves something to munch on, and she's eyeing up the pork and stuffing rolls. They do a big roll with pork and stuffing inside it, so there's a good possibility she's going to come out with one of them, even though I did say a pie would do me. What have you got? Send her in for one thing, and she goes in and her eyes start to take over, and then she dribbles and she comes out with half a dozen things. What have we got? Roast beef butt and with stuffing. My goodness. Right, roast beef, stuffing, applesauce, and is it beef or pork? Beef with applesauce. Interesting. No. Marta's joined a singing choir, pop choir.
Brilliant. And on the 21st of December, we're going to have our first performance.
Very nice.
Compton's, that's mine. You had yours.
I've drunk mine. Well, I've just got to wash that beef and apple sauce thing down.
Apparently that's not a mixture.
No, beef and apple sauce doesn't go together.
But horseradish would go nice.
Horseradish does, yeah. So it's beef and horseradish.
But I don't think they had a horseradish.
Pork and apple sauce.
But it looked better than it tasted.
It did, yeah. It didn't taste very good. It looked nice, but it didn't taste very good. Right, I think we're going to take you up past the church, because the church is pretty awesome. Go up round past the church.
Alley with the beautiful flowers next to the museum.
Oh yeah, we'll go down through there.
To the museum.
Yeah, we'll go up past through the cocoa yard, down here through the cocoa yard, up to the church, and then back round to home, I suppose.
The cocoa yard is the most picturesque place, I think, in Nantwich.
It is a pretty one. It is, yeah, it's quite nice. So
Back
yeah, let's do that.
down
One-way road, just so I can actually show you where the cocoa yard entrance is. And we're going to go in this end and cycle up through it. So here we go. Let's have a look at this. It's quite a pretty little place. So if you're on the 360, if you spin round now, you'll be able to see us going through the gates of the cocoa yard. We're not going to go mad through here because it's a nice, gentle little walk. You can see how pretty this is. A little chimney in the middle. I'm not actually sure of the history. I've never really sat and read the history on it, but we've got during the 19th century, this was a chimney, was part of the Wheelwright's forge and smithy, making parts for horse-drawn coaches in the adjacent Welsh Coast manufactory. Wow, very cool.
I'm gonna have to watch your
Very
vlog
cool.
because I don't know.
Just to take the information in. So yeah, this is our little cocoa yard. Very pretty little place. That's a very nice looking van. Right, and of course we're going back down a one-way street again because I want to take you down the little cobbled street down towards the church. And this is going to take us through to our church, which is where we were at the other side of the market just now, but this is the back way in, up through the gates, and then we've got our lovely little old church, slap bang in the middle, St Mary's, riding on our cobbles. And again, if you spin around with a 360, you'll be able to get a good look of the church and everything. This is at the front of our church now.
Christmas cinema, Paul.
And then Christmas cinema. Here's Dora. She's gone looking. She's seen something. She's seen something on a notice board. Christmas festival, Christmas tree festival. They do a Christmas light switch on. I always do the photography for it. So she's looking at the notice boards. She's gonna see what's going on over there. Okay, looks like we're going to a Christmas festival.
So I said I'll try. I said
He's got his slippers on. Right, so this is our Nantwich church. If you look over on the right hand side, if you're on the 360 you can spin round. There's some works going on at the moment, but when they finish doing the works, I'm going to take you up onto the top of the tower. You can actually go up onto the top of the bell tower. And go up, right up on the top of the bell tower, and as I come around this little bit here, you'll see the top of the bell tower up above my shoulders, and that is where the bells are, up in there, and you can go up there. I'll have a word with my friend Stefan and see if we can take you up, because Martin needs to go and have a look up there, and you can see the bells in the side. I'll see if he'll let me go and have a look at the bells. I've been in there before and I've seen all the bells. I've stood up on top of the biggest bell that's like I think it's a ton in weight, and it's just huge, and I've been all the way inside them back in the day, a few years ago now. But yeah, that's our church. It's a very nice little church, and the bell ringers and everything up there. I've even done a little bit of bell ring, or tried to do a bit of bell ringing. It's a very fine art, that is, to do bell ringing. I don't know where Miss Marta's gone. Let's have a little spin round, because she's obviously dawdling wherever she is. Don't know where she's gone. Oh, here she is. Here she is.
Sorry, antiques. Have you seen it?
Antiques? No. Antiques. We've got a bell to fit on the side of the door, an old bell. I'll show you it one day. All right, go round to the left, down past Bowling Green. I'm going to go down past the pub now, down past the Bowling Green, and back along the little lane, which is a nice little lane down the bottom here. It's got a name, I don't know what the name of it is, but very nice little old pub. The Bowling Green, you can see that on the right hand side if you spin round on the 360, and then we're going to go out left back into the town down the little lane, and it's a nice little lane. And again, if you're on the 360 you can look over my shoulder and you can see it goes all the way down behind me and out this end back into the town. That's it now. We're in the park, the Barony Park, very large playing field, and obviously a place where people can't play football and all sorts of stuff over this side. And we don't live far, we only live over the back, which is pretty cool. So again, somewhere nice to walk, somewhere nice to relax, somewhere nice to chill out. So if you're on the 360 you can spin round, you can see the big park right next to us, big playing field, and this bike's perfect for coming across the grass with the big fat tyres. Doesn't matter how muddy it gets. Yeah, nice big open space. Looks very nice in the winter when it's covered in white stuff. So I don't know. She's after sweet corn now. I just said, oh, should we go a little back of the church or somewhere quiet? Because I've got to do a bit of a review on this bike. And if you want to watch it, I'll put you a link on the screen for where the review for this bike is. Because it's a fantastic bike as long as you don't have to carry it. Because it's rather heavy at 40 kilos. But riding it, it's got so much power and performance, it's untrue. It really is a good little bike to ride. And I do enjoy riding it on the off-road stuff. And it's very controllable around the slow stuff. It's just, if you come to a fence or a ford or something like that and you've got to pick it up, you're done for. And if you get a flat tyre, end of story. Someone's happy. She wanted some conkers just now, or horse chestnuts, but these are conkers, I think. It is a horse chestnut, isn't it? I don't know, whatever the difference is. But she's now finding some on the floor. She wanted some before, and I said, we're not driving miles to go and find a tree. Well, the tree's literally here as we just cycle past it.
Brilliant.
So she's now collecting.
They're good for you.
They might be good for you if you like them.
First of all, for washing, free washing detergent.
Washing detergent.
Yes.
Shows.
And then
I don't know what she's talking about, but she's waving about and she's on about washing with them. I've got no idea. It must be the Polish in her, because it's definitely not a British thing.
nothing to do with
Definitely not an English thing. She's waving her hands at me now. Right, she's collecting a bag full, and then yeah, we'll crack on to the little church. She has got an absolute massive bag full now. She's got so many in her bag. I don't know how she's going to put it on her back. Yeah, we're going to go through and out the back, aren't we? So we came in here the other week. This is a little graveyard that I didn't know existed, and yeah, I think it's just an overspill graveyard, or the main graveyard, because our church in the middle of the town doesn't have a graveyard, because quiet place. On the cricket grounds on the left hand side as well. got to go for that gap there, haven't we?
Oh.
Through the gap into this secret little area around the back, and this was actually full of sweet corn, massive fields and fields and fields of it. There's not a lot here now. It's all been chopped back and it's now completely empty. Right, so this is our field, which is now completely empty. There is no sweet corn whatsoever in this field. But this is our little secret little space that I didn't even know existed. You can see it's just massive, massive area, and the graveyard's right behind us. But yeah, we came for a walk up here the other week and didn't even know it was here. So I'm just going to have a little ride down there to see what's down at that end of this track down there, and then we're going to cycle back up the track and go round the other side, and we can get out onto the main road that way and head back home. So the battery's nearly dead on this, so if you haven't already seen it, watch the 360 video. My battery's died on the 360, so I can't even do an ending on that. I'm going to go home and get some new batteries maybe and come back out and finish that one off. But yeah, it was quite interesting to try and do the 360 and the normal one at the same time, so they're both being going to be released at the same time. So if you want to watch the complete and 360 degrees, switch over to that one and have a look on that. And if you do, please maybe go and have a look at it and comment on them both and say you've tried them both out and see what you think. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Miss Marta's over there somewhere, waving as she does, and yeah, give us that thumbs up. And just had a little adventure around our town just to show you what we're doing and have a little bit of a bike ride, and that was it. Simple as peas. Ta-da.